Hello friend, welcome back to my new lecture on Web 2.0, 3.0 and semantic web. So really this is very interesting topic and in this scenario of industry 4.0 and industry towards moving towards industry 5.0. So this semantic web as well as web 3.0, 2.0 they are very important. So we have started from web 1.0. Basically uh, this was the initial web 1.0. So when we have started web 1.0, that time we are calling about this web of static sites and web of static websites. So what we require today, so first of all we have to think about the requirement of current era and recent time. So the requirement of 21st century skill. So learning and innovation skill, information media and technology skill are very important and they are very remarking. So we require creativity. Now we require creativity and we are living in the age of innovation. And communication and collaboration is very important. So we are collaborating and we are collaborating different technology as well as people are collaborating to develop new technology, to develop new researches. And media literacy is very important right now, and ICT, information communication technology, is very important. Critical thinking of problem solving, information literacy. So this is very important, and these are the new dimension of the technology, and we are moving around all these terms and all these newer technology. Critical thinking is required, problem solving is required. So creativity innovation, one way we have been creativity and innovation, and other side technology concept operation, collaboration and communication, problem solving and decision making. So these all are the important aspects of this era at this time. So according to these needs, we have to prepare ourselves. So we are moving towards web 3.0. So how we have started, again you have to see this web 1.0, that is the time of static website, and only one way communication is there, and we can see that we can the company can visualize their information, and they can provide and they can give their information accordingly. However, Web 2.0, this is somehow advanced than Web 1.0. Then we have started two directional or bi-directional website, and just like a sales site and reservation sites, and we are uploading the information, uploading the detail, and accordingly it reserve the seat or it reserve the hotel, restaurant, and etc. And we have started online banking during this Web 2.0. So this was the development from web 1.0 to web 2.0, and now we are in the phase of transition from web 2.0 to web 3.0. So this is very interesting. So we are talking about, first of all I will discuss about this web 2.0, what is web 2.0. Then we will discuss about the web 3.0. We will move towards this web 3.0. So we have to understand web 2.0 first. So it is basically, it is web based and freely available, and social, we have been different social media, and we are focused towards creating, publishing, sharing and collaborating. So these are the attributes and these are the property of this web 2.0. And we have been many features of this web 2.0. It is second generation service available on web that lets people collaborate and share information online. So this is second generation of service, second generation of, we can say it, second generation of web services available on web that lets people collaborate with the share information online. And Google is seen as a torch bearer of the term of media. So Google is very important during this web 2.0, and Google is leading, and Google is developing all the technology. So we have been mashups, we have been Ajax, RSS, predominantly they are helping this web 2.0, and they are the part of this web 2.0. These are the perspective technology of web 2.0. So we have been blogs in during this era of this Web 2.0. Basically, we are in this web massively we are using this Web 2.0. So where we are having blogs, we are having wiki means Wikipedia, social networking sites, big social networking sites, audios, video sharing sites, YouTube, and Falconom social bookmarking. So we have been so many newer technologies, and we are around all these technologies. However, in Web 1.0 and Web during this Web 1.0, we have only static websites, and we don't have any blogs, and we don't have wikis that time. We don't have social media, audio, video sharing, online banking, social bookmarking. So we don't have all these technology. But during this era of Web 2.0, we have been all these technology. We have already used these Blogger, Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, YouTube, MySpace, Wikipedia. So they are very important. They are playing very important part of our life, and we are benefited by this technology. We can upload our videos on YouTube, on Facebook, live streaming are there, bloggers are there, Wikipedia. We can search content from there, learning management system, content management. So many things we have been, and blogging is very important, and we can earn money by this blogging, and we can earn money from our home. So wiki books, wiki data, wiki keynote, Wikimedia, Wiki University, Wiki News, Wiki Dictionary. So we have been served a huge data and big data we can call it, and we have been this huge research reservoir and resource where we are benefiting by this one. MySpace is uh, one of the biggest American social networking site that was previously during 2005 to 2008. And this was one of the biggest site, and you can see the number of users are too massively connected with this MySpace. So this type of example we have Flickr. Flickr is very important for image hosting services. During 2018, we have been we can see the different data of this Flickr, and video hosting service it is, and created by Ludy Crop in 2004. So this type of big we have been this big websites, big portal we have during this Web 2.0. So this was the development during this Web 2.0. Netscape, these are the blog site, netscape.com and myspace.com. They are the big blogging sites, and uh, through blogging was possible and passive and free and voluntary think again, and we can upload our content, and person likes our content, and accordingly as per the like we are earning the money by these blogging sites and YouTube sites. And myspace.com, I already told you this uh, MySpace is one of the biggest social networking site of the USA, United States. So that time it was 95 million members at that time, and around 5 lakh new members each week they are adding at that time. And News Club, it is brought by the News Club. So then the Orkut came by the it was Google's initiative. Then LinkedIn came, Facebook. Today we LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter are very popular social networking sites, and they are doing lots of things, and we are connected by these sites, and we are doing even our business. We are doing socially, we are connected with each other, and we are doing our business with these networking sites. So this is amazing, and this is wonderful. Use of these web 2.0, and it's free, engage your learner, and social and interactive, and it's making connection. So these are the feature of web 2.0. So you can see here you will be the person of the year. Time, you can see that the time person of the year will be you will be the person time of the year if you can see the condition. Yes, you control the information age, welcome to the world. So you have to control the things, you have to improve your visibility on web. So if you can successful for increasing the visibility on web, your visibility on web, so you will be the time person of the year. So this is the time, and you can increase your visibility. You can create yourself as a famous personality by using the web. So YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, eBay, Amazon, Google, so these are the big players of the IT, big IT player, create rich, meaningful user experience and allow people to easily locate and collaborate with others of like interest. So these are the benefit of these sites, and support quick and easy creation of the content. We can create easy content and quick content, and gather, store, leverage large amount of information to create value. So these are the benefits. So we are moving towards this web 1.0. That was PC era. During web 1.0 we have been PC era. Before this web 1.0, then world wide web came, and 2.0, we are in the age of 2.0 and moving towards this semantic web era. So my lecture is web 2.0, 3.0 and semantic web. So moving towards this direction. So basically the title of my lecture is web 3.0 and semantic web, but this is the background knowledge of web 3.0. So how we came, how we reached this web 3.0. So web services based, API driven, and started with machine generated HTML page. We can start it there. So direct human processing is involved in this web 2.0. So these are the benefit, and if you see the difference between web 2.0 and 1.0, you can read only the content during web 1.0, while in web 2.0 you can read, write and contribute. And like in blogs, like in Facebook, YouTube, you can contribute your content also. Primary unit of content is page. However, we can, in case of web 2.0, we can post the record also. And web 1.0 is static. However, 2.0 is dynamic application. So these are the benefit, and web services, we have started to use web services, and content is created by everyone is contributing this web 2.0. So these are the development during this web 2.0. Now I am moving towards this web 3.0. Basically we are in the transition phase of web 2.0 to web 3.0. Development and deployment of the data model driven composite application aims at machine processable information, web of mining. So we are calling it web of mining. This is called semantic web. So these are the difference. I have already told you these differences. So again you can see the website, desktop application, blogs, non-news sites, news sites. So we can do all the things. We will have all these facilities. We have non-news site, we have news site, blogs, desktop application, website. So everything is in this web 2.0. So this is the best use of this web technology, and we have been web services which we are using. Flickr is a social networking site for sharing photos. So these are the example, and these are the bigger network, bigger sites which is being part of this web 2.0. However, in previously web 1.0, we don't have the such type of the social networking sites. Like we the network of all engineers or technocrats, that is LinkedIn. Basically it is engineer preferred LinkedIn. And commonly used social sites is Twitter and Facebook. And for the specific use, we have different social networking sites like Flickr. So these are the benefit of this technology. Ajax is very important, and asynchronous JavaScript and XML. The term first used by the adaptive path only in February 2005. So remove the need of reload entire web page each time the user makes a change. Increase the web page interactively, speed and usability. XML is the so XML is very important, and XML XHTML is very important. Ajax is used there, and Mashup, which the part of this web 2.0. eBay, Amazon, Google, Windows Live, Yahoo, they all are part of this Mashup. Usage and combines data presentation and functionality from two or more sources of create new services, combining content from its internal and state distinct databases and Google Maps. So these are the benefit of this Web 2.0, and moving towards this Web 3.0. This is very important and amazing Web 3.0. This is based on the advanced concept. So semantic web, artificial intelligence, 3D graphics, ubiquitous, they are part of this Web 3.0. This is a wonderful development during this Web 3.0. So it is a set of standards that turns web into the big database. So, however, in previously we don't have so big database, but we have a big database during this Web 3.0. So these are the four parts. So I will discuss here about semantic web, and later in some other classes we'll discuss about the artificial intelligence, 3D graphics and editors. So today we'll discuss about Web 3.0 as well as the semantic web. So what is the role of semantic web during this era of Web 3.0? How the Web 3.0 is transforming our society. So first of all, we have to focus on this point, how the Web 3.0 is transforming the society. So how it is transforming the society, you can see the different changes during this Web 3.0 era. So Web 1.0 to we have moved to Web 2.0, Web 3.0, Web towards Web 4.0. We are moving towards this 4.0, and in between we have been this strong feature of this Web 3.0, that is semantic web. So again, you can see the first generation web, that is Web 1.0, where we have static sites. We can visualize and we can see only the information on these sites. And while we have moved from Web 1.0 to Web 2.0, then we have been interactive sites, bidirectional sites, and the information transferred in the both way from client to server side and server to client side. So this was Web 2.0, but this is amazing. This era is Web 3.0 era. So we have been this mobile and internet. So we are creating the software and web-based system for our mobile, which are compatible with our mobile, and moving towards this Web 4.0, that is totally depend on the machine learning, and that is based on the artificial intelligence. So it will this will be discussed, this I will discuss in some other lectures. So I will focus towards this Web 3.0 and web semantic web here. So again, you can see Web 3.0. So this is Web 3.0, where all the devices are globalized. Globalized means we have been the strong network of the GPS, and we have been Google Map, Google Earth. So this is all part of this Web 3.0. However, in Web 2.0 time, we don't have these facility. So I am showing you in the coming slides what are the benefit and what are the features of this Web 3.0, and how we are benefited by Web 3.0. So we know all these things in day-to-day life, but I am categorizing that 1.0 to 2.0 and then 3.0, and about this semantic web. So we have been wearable technology. This is due to Web 3.0. We can develop software for these web wearable technology, and somehow they are connected with the Internet of Things and connected with the web. So web and Internet things are very important part, integral part of each other. They are cooperating and connecting and interfacing with each other. So this is all about this Web 3.0, and augmented reality, virtual reality. They are also part of this Web 3.0. We can program these technology. We can program these virtual reality. We can do a real estate virtual tour on any real estate. So this is possible due to this Web 3.0. Uh, Due to this Web 3.0, the machine can understand the voice. However, previously machine only understand the written message and written command, written instruction. But now it is possible that machine can understand. Alexa is the example. Alexa, Google Assistant can read or can understand your voice, and whatever question you are asking, it can easily understand the questions. bots replace the human. This is also part of this web 3.0. Means suppose we are connected with the system or any organization, so the counselor sitting inside the office will not answer us, the bot will answer us. So somehow it has replaced the human counselor. The bot is counseling us. Suppose we are asking some question uh, mm, through an organization about, suppose from any university we are asking about the admission procedure, about the placement criteria, about the placement of record of the that particular university. So bots will answer us. There is no counselor is there, and all the time 24 hours bots will answer our question. So this is AI based answering machine. So bots are very important right now. So this is also due to this robotics is also due to this web 3.0, and somehow internet of things is interfaced and included during this web 3.0 programming. Smart cars, we have been this example of smart cars. Without web 3.0 it is not possible. Smart homes, it is part of this internet of things. And we are trying to connect our heating, our ventilation, our air conditioner, uh, and lighting control system, household security system. So we are trying to connect all the technology, all the devices with the internet. And we are talking about the smart city, or we are talking about the different sensor technology. Sensors are in bus network, sensors are during traffic, sensors are in smart light, and uh, sensor are on router, emergency vehicle. So everywhere we have been sensor, and everywhere we have been internet of things, smart city, smart home, smart room, so smart car. So we have been so many smart and so many devices, and these devices are connected to internet of things. And we have been the concept of the big data. So all these things possible on web, they are directly or indirectly connected with our website or our web portal. So this facility is provided by web 3.0. Again, this is benefit of this web 3.0. Google alerts monitor monitor you and monitor your business. So this is also an amazing benefit of this new era technology. So Google is doing this. You can monitor your product, you can monitor your tool, uh, Google alert. So it is very beneficial tool. And Google Analytics is very beneficial. We can see our traffic or our website, our position of our website, how we are performing on web. It is also represented by this Google Analytics. So these are the different benefits, and these are the new features which is provided by the web 3.0. So again, I am telling you that semantic web, artificial intelligence, 3D graphic, and ubiquitous, they are part of this web 3.0. So now I am coming on this web, semantic web. So previously I have given the title of this lecture as a semantic web. So during web 2.0, web 2.0 describes World Wide Web website that emphasize user generated content and usability for end user. So this is the time of web 2.0, the time of World Wide Web. And that time we have big sites like YouTube, social networking sites such as Facebook, etc. And and you can see, we cannot ignore this fact that the limitation of the web search today. So you can see, while we are searching, it is sometimes it is very frustrating. The web search results are high recall, low precision, and results are highly sensitive to the vocabulary. And results are single web pages. Suppose we are searching, so it's a single web page we are finding. We are searching only single web page. Most of the publishing content are not structured to allow logical reasoning and query answering. So web 2.0, reason behind searching an alternative of web 2.0. So that is web 3.0. So we need some alternative of this frustrating searching. So we have the solution, that is web. I think that is web 3.0. So in web 2.0, web pages are written in HTML. HTML describes the syntax, not semantics. So here you have to understand the difference between syntax and semantics. Syntax is different. Syntax means simply the word, simply the sentence, and the searching will be according to the sentence, according to the syntax. Exactly, it will search according to the sentence, but it will not find the meaning of that sentence. What is the user, what the user is want, what the user, basically what is the sense behind the search of this the particular search of user. So you have to find the meaning. So only human can find the meaning. Human can find the mood of, suppose you are asking a question and what is your mood, so it can be sensed only by the human, but not by the machine. Machine will answer accordingly, whatever the question, but it will not understand the meaning of that question. So but in web 3.0, the system is trying to understand the meaning of the sentence. So it is semantics is there. So that's why semantic is very important. So if computer can understand the meaning behind the information, then that is important, and they can learn what we are interested in, and they can help us better find what we want, and actually what we want. So it can be found by this web 3.0 technology techniques, and really what semantic web is all about. So these are the questions, these are the facts about this web 3.0. So semantic web, again, semantic web is an extension of current web, which which information is given well defined meaning, so better enabling computer and people to work in cooperation. So people and computer will work in the cooperation, and computer or machine will understand the meaning of the human. So this is the benefit of this new technology, semantic web. Today's web is about to document, but semantic web is about the things. So during this web 2.0, we are the system, we are our system will understand only only the word, only the document, but semantic web is about the things, and it can recognize the people, it can recognize the place, event, companies, product, movies, and it can understand the relationship between the things. Suppose the person who is owner of that particular computer, the computer will actually understand the owner of itself. And but previously, the person who has the password of the system, he can open the system, but during this new technology and during this semantic web era, the system will understand the actual owner of the system. So he will recognize the thing, he will recognize the person. So this is very important during this semantic web. So we can understand the synonyms during this and we can concurrence, we have been concurrence, keywords, entity. So many things we have been. So this is semantic web, and this is the part of web 3.0. And understand the semantic web. So how to understand the semantic web? Suppose you want a movie, and grab something to eat. So you need these two things. So you have to see the movie, and but you want the action movie, you like an action movie and Italian food. So this is your requirement. So when you will find, you will search which theater having this movie, action movie, and which nearest restaurant where we have been this Italian food. So finding this, we sometime we waste half an hour doing all this planning. So this is frustrating sometimes. So now you perform the search movie theater as well as restaurant. So in this phenomena, you spend half an hour doing all the planning. So because whatever you will search, it will not accurately you will find. So this is the current search criteria, and this is the current searching of the this in this current situation. But according to the semantic web, according to the web 3.0 standard, so it will be very fast, and accordingly the search will be personalized. This is according to you, and according to your place it will search according to your place, whatever the nearest theater, and as well as the restaurant where you got the Italian food. So this search will be very fast, and how this thing work today, so you have to see about this. So semantic web will make the search task faster and easier by making the searches more personalized. So I have used this word previously in the previous slide. The personalized searching, it will be personalized searching. So according to me, suppose I am in India, I am in the Nainital, so it will search accordingly. Not standard search is there. So suppose a person who is searching in your who is living in New York, and same thing he is searching, so the search according to his personalized search. So this is the semantic verb. You could enter, I want to watch action movie, and then want to have a dinner at Italian restaurant, and the semantic web will display the result for you, and semantic web will act as a personal assistant. So this is the feature of this new web 3.0, as well as this semantic web. So when we have started during 1992, that time we have been HTTP, we have been HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But after that we moved towards this social web. We have been tagging for economics. We have been reputation sharing groups. We have been different groups of social media, groups of WhatsApp relationship are there. And then we have been moved to 2006 onward data web. So this type of data web, and today we are in the era of this semantic web, where the searching is based on reasoning, logic, rules, trust. So searching is more advanced, and searching is more reliable right now, and more efficient right now. So this is the era of this web 3.0. So this way we have been moved from web 1.0 to web 3.0. And during this web 2.0 we have been few large websites. So the monopoly of these websites like YouTube, like encyclopedic articles, and we have Flickr, pictures for pictures database. So this was the bigger databases and bigger portals. We have been specialized on the specific content type. And however, in the during the web 1.0, many websites containing unstructured textual content. So that time we have been many websites, but they are unstructured. However, in web 2.0, they are structured, but we have large websites, large website, but they have their own monopoly. So this is also a bigger problem. So but now in web 3.0, many websites, we have been huge websites, we have been massive amount of websites containing and semantically syndicating the arbitrarily structured content, and intelligently, and using artificial intelligence, and by using the personalized searching, we can search our content, and we can make faster our searching during this era. So these are all about this semantic web as well as web 3.0. So I hope you understand all these facts, and thank you guys, thanks again. So please subscribe my channel, and please do not forget to press bell icon and share my lectures. So thank you again, thanks, thank you very much.